Hey everyone, it's Dr. Connie here. Welcome to my podcast, Mind Your Health. Today I want to talk to you guys about why there is no one-size-fits-all approach to healing with autoimmunity. At the end of the day, there's so many treatments out there. It's all about what they can do for you, what you ought to do. For example, they want you to change your diet, try a different diet, whether it be plant-based or autoimmune paleo, and take away all the processed foods, whatever the name that they name it. They want you to try that diet because ultimately food is medicine, which is right. But the behavior of eating should be considered even before the food itself. That's where it's wrong. And then there's supplements to sort of fill the gap between what you're not getting from your diet with what you can get and what your body needs. But the problem with supplements is that it's not sustainable. It shouldn't be taken long term. It's good to take when you're compromised and when you're going through flares to like get you out so that you are normal. But the ultimate goal is to be rid of supplements and be able to eat everything without feeling like you're compromised. That's really the ultimate goal. As for the medication, it's symptomatic control. Everything is a Band-Aid approach, right? You take away one symptom, you're going to end up with another side effect. You take another medication for that side effect, another side effect, so on and so forth, because you're affecting the biochemistry. But remember, what affects biochemistry is really your stress level. It's really, at the end of the day, it's your thoughts and your feelings and how you perceive the circumstances around you to affect your physiology ultimately. So if you really think about it, we should really attend to the foundation, and that's you. And that's why there is no one size fits approach, because everybody is unique and different who has autoimmunity. You ask anybody who has one specific autoimmune condition like lupus, it presents differently for everybody. And you know what? While the medications are the same, and the doctors know sort of what can go wrong with this disease, they don't quite know why, and they don't know how you're going to fare. It all depends on you, not all, but there's so many factors and variables that it's hard to really be scientific about it. And when I refer to scientific, science always aims to have a black and white solution to these problems, and it's nearly impossible. So I want you to entertain the idea of how about if you started to work on you, the foundation, the person who has autoimmunity, to prime your body in a way that can receive and be receptive a bit more to your own faculties and your own system, connecting yourself to your neurological system so that you can read into it and can discern sort of the intuitive wisdom that exists within you to get rid of all the struggles that you might be having struggles with and really find clarity in who you are truly, right? Because when you think about it with autoimmunity, the problem is that most treatments for autoimmunity, like I said, are all about what we can do differently. We take meds, change the diet and supplements. It's all the things external to us. But the root cause stems from something deeper, right? It can be years of stress affecting our autonomic nervous system, and it can be out of sorts, shifted from what's called a parasympathetic to sympathetic. So let me explain what that means. So there's autonomic nervous system. It exists right here in the thoracic cavity, in the spine. It's all the nerve roots. It's autonomic because it's automated. We don't have any part in what it does, but we do feed it by being stressed out, overly fearful. We'll shift it into sympathetic. If we're stressed, we're going to be sympathetic. Too much stress, all the trauma in our lives, it's going to be driven towards sympathetic. But the body has this innate knowing to balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Excuse me. Sympathetic is more of the fight or flight. It's when you're running for your dear life, like in the Paleolithic age, right? When we're, running from saber-toothed bears and such. And we were really running because of the fear of, excuse me, dying. And that kind of triggers the sympathetic response. And that's the endorphin rush. And it's you don't even know how you're running, but you're running with all your might to save your life. And you're not thinking, you're just automatically geared into this sympathetic drive. But the parasympathetic drive is when your nervous system sort of balances back to the calm and zen. And most of us, if you look at your life and past life, and even now, we live in a lot of anxiety and fear, depression, because there's a lot of ups and downs. Even though you may think you don't have a lot of stress, our baseline, our nervous system has adapted so much from the fight or flight response, so much so that we don't really know how to calm it down back to the parasympathetic, back and forth, to have this nice balance. Excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. Excuse me. Okay. And so I want you to think about that. And if you're like most autoimmune patients, you know that you have been struggling with a whirlwind of emotions and stress that's affected you in some way, shape, or form in some areas of your life. But you've adjusted to your circumstance. But physically, emotionally, and mentally, you're now paying the price with autoimmunity. This is not something that somebody else can fix for us. Autoimmunity isn't something that happens to us. It's not like cancer. It's something that is active and then it shuts off, and it becomes active and shuts off. It's something we have to battle from within. It's a result of years of internal turmoil and struggle that's resulted in our own cells to turn against us, hence the term autoimmunity. It's the secret inner voice saying, please help. And that secret inner voice is you asking you for help by paying attention to you. It's asking you to turn inward and listen to your inner voice. And the best way isn't the therapy, the diet, or the medications. It's you coming back to you and really owning this one home that you own for the rest of your life. Because think about it. When you change your diet, take medications or supplements, it changes your biochemistry, but it doesn't help with your habitual thoughts, feelings that dictate your behavior, right? And remember, taking supplements, taking medications, or changing the diet, it's a behavior change. So, but the behavior is dependent on thoughts and the feelings, right? And while changing the biochemistry with the intake of foods and meds or supplements may help short term, it still doesn't provide you a way to self-modulate your own internal system, which is your body. But I want to introduce you to yoga, and that's why I love yoga so much. Yoga helps you to become aware of your thought patterns. It's a dynamic meditation that allows you to tune into your feelings, the sensations of your body, your intuitions, the memories you hold, and all the things to do with you and your body. And connecting the mind to the body through the breath sparks something deep within that serves as a powerful catalyst for awareness and change. Yoga, in my definition, in our alkaline methodology for autoimmunity, is really Y stands for your, O stands for opportunity, and G stands for growth, and awareness is A. The more you can master your mind and body and support it to function at its best, all the other things that typical autoimmune patients go after is then amplified. So what is the solution? Well, the solution isn't just to fix the diet. I agree it's important to pay attention to your diet. I agree that it's important to take the meds when we need to. And I agree that the supplements can really amplify the benefit, but even more so if you, as the body, is primed and ready to receive all the changes. So how do you optimize your body's function? Well, yoga helps to regulate the autonomic nervous system. This has been proven in research. towards more calm and zen and balance your mind and body. And this sort of a regulation from within, the mental, emotional, and physical elements of your body, when they come in synergy, which is not separate, they are completely balanced. And then your autonomic nervous system then can balance itself, affecting all the inflammatory cytokines, hormones, everything in the body. Because I want you to ask yourself, have you ever been so sad that you ate a tub of ice cream to numb the sadness? And then afterwards, you beat yourself up for it? Have you ever been so scared that your heart felt like it was going to beat its way out of your chest, right? Have you ever been so stressed that you couldn't sleep for days? All such things have consequences in our body. Eating ice cream will make you feel worse about yourself and result in sabotaging your efforts to lose weight, for example. When your heart beats fast and hard due to fear, the autonomic nervous system is then shifted to the sympathetic drive, like running for your life, right? Ready to really, really save the day. And when you're stressed and can't sleep, the sympathetic system is also on overdrive, making you even more anxious by flooding your body with more stress hormones. All such responses over time have consequences. And the consequence is autoimmunity. And the best way to tame our mind and body under our control is through the practice of yoga, bringing awareness to your state so that you can shift it towards more of the parasympathetic. Because you're the only one, not your doctor, not anybody else, not me. You're the only one who has control over this faculty. And yoga allows you to balance your autonomic nervous system from the parasympathetic to the sympathetic nervous system. And both serve a role. Don't get me wrong. We do need the sympathetic response. But sympathetic is on overdrive for many of us who have autoimmunity, and we need to bring that down to a balance. Remember, yoga is movement with breath. It's a dynamic sort of meditation that allows you to tune inward and connect with you. On the mat, you're there to connect with the highest and the deepest self, to discern wisdom from yourself so that you can be true to yourself. On the surface, it's practiced like an exercise that makes you flexible, and strong. That's true. It has physiological effects, but it's so much more than that. It really shifts you on the inside. It connects your mind to your body, and with the awareness, it taps into your higher self, the more of the universal energy, the wisdom, the intuition that we don't typically tap into. So I want to say that our autoimmune yoga is different. We focus on the 6 essential pillars, not only to keep your practice safe, but also to connect you back to you through the framework and scanning your body relentlessly to optimize its physical function. And let me tell you, when your body enhances its physical function, it really, really makes all the difference in the world. When you're strong, flexible, and resilient physically, it overflows into your ability to handle things mentally and emotionally, strengthens you. And so whatever happens, whatever your doctor says, whatever flare you're going through, or whatever struggles you might be having in your life, it's minimized. You dance and you sort of settle in and you allow and you sort of dance with what is. And that allows you to really balance your nervous system in a way that has continuity and it's sustainable. And once you feel strong and healthy in this way, all the things that you do, all the things you put into your body matters now. And I know you've all experienced fatigue and pain from autoimmunity. And I know it can suck the life and the motivation out of you. And yoga allows you to really sort of refuel that energy from within so that you find clarity mentally, emotionally, to really do the things that help you, knowing that this is truly what you're doing. Because the thing is, if I don't connect you to you, It doesn't matter how much I educate you with my knowledge. It's only when you can apply that knowledge into your everyday and use it to improve yourself and your connection to you and really stay and remain true to yourself that you can finally heal yourself. And that means everything to me. So I want to invite you to our free training, free 5-day challenge, Fit Autoimmune Mind Body Challenge that is going to transform you from the inside out. It's me taking you through the practice of yoga, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, with the meditation and the movement flows and nuggets to sort of get you up, revved in, ready to really help yourself to heal. And once you have this, all other things like changing your diet and healing your body and talking to your doctor, taking the medication or not, becomes so much easier. Everything is lifted and you have so much clarity because your body is then able to shift and balance. And guess who's modulating that? That's you. And once you can make that happen, you have the confidence from within and everything else will change, like your relationship with yourself, with your kids, with your spouse, with colleagues, everybody. You'll improve your career, but most importantly, your health will thank you because your health will be amplified to a place where you've never known before. So I want to invite you, click the link below, join me in this free challenge, and I'll see you on the inside. I'll see you guys all next week. Bye for now.